So what is the most effective way to encourage others to have hope? While we may want to share the gospel and you may want to spread it through word of mouth, what is the most effective way to convince somebody about what we're sharing in the matters of hope?
Well, the response of Jesus to that question, he must have anticipated your asking that question. The response of Jesus is sharing the gospel. There is any hope that is outside of the gospel is temporary, transitory, and impermanent. But the blessed hope that it's in a class by itself because it reaches beyond time and gives hope for the future. So that is the point. The point is that the gospel is what gives hope. The reason why folk need more and more motivational speakers and presenters, because a motivation can take you thus far and no further, and you'll need another dose of it until you become almost addicted to that. But in Christ, we are sufficient, Paul says. Yes.
Do you notice that there are some people that may take the Bible and its word and the gospel and use it as the same type of ways they use motivational speakers as an antidote to the motivation? And is that detrimental per se, or is it something that are they limiting themselves?
Yeah. Excellent. The Bible is complete. And that's why it is essentially a library of books, of 66 books for life. In it we can find all that we need. We find motivation, we find confidence and stability for this life, but we also find hope for the life to come. Mm-hmm. And so as we read, for example, the writings of Solomon, there are a lot of guidelines and counsels and wisdom for this life. Solomon speaks from two perspectives, for example. You'll find two themes running through his writings. He speaks about under the sun and above the sun. Okay, so he uses the sun as a kind of equator in the existence of ultimate life. So he says, under the sun, here are these lifestyle issues that you will have to grapple with. That's the earthly life under the sun. And he speaks to that. The Bible gives counsels to that, and instructions for that, and motivations for that. And then he says, but that's not the only life. There is a life above the sun, which is beyond this earth, that you're looking forward to. And here are the counsels for that. My son, forsake not the laws of God. You need these as principles, and principles do not change. These principles will guide your life and instruct your walk. So you have both the under the sun and above the sun, so we get it all in the scriptures.
Okay.